Good morning, security gang. Hello, welcome. Um, Thursday, September 11th, 2025. If I'm a bit off my game today, I am. I honestly didn't know what got me out of bed this morning. Um, I think I'm at a loss of words um, today for this morning's show um, because when two tragedies strike at once, you find yourself reflecting a little bit deeper and more um, over the meaning of everything, and that's pretty. I'd say it's pretty normal. Um, but today, I'm hit a little different. Um, I'm not gonna lie. That 24 years ago on this morning, I can remember exactly what I did. I remember the smell of the day. I remember everything about it. I remember turning on the small. This was before flat screen TVs were a thing, and watching the second plane hit that tower. And running in the background here, folks, is the 24-year commemoration in New York City that represents America. Hopefully, a city that'll uh, continue to be resilient in the face of many challenges and adversaries that happen there. September 11th was in many ways, and we're gonna take a break from cyber for a little bit. Like, I hope you're okay with that. Like, just letting you know, I love cyber security. I do it every day. It's a passion I have, but I'm also a human being with feelings, emotions. Um, and today it's harder than most. In fact, maybe the hardest. Um, 3,000 Americans. And if you're listening after the fact, you're not going to see this, but we're watching the 24-year commemoration of the 9/11 attacks with the families holding pictures of their loved ones that went all so soon, 24 years ago, with the terror attacks on the World Trade Centers in New York, the Pentagon, and Flight 91 in Pennsylvania. We see Mayor Eric Adams in that picture, Mayor Bloomberg, um, Mayor Giuliani, FBI Director Kash Patel on the screen here um, at this event taking place right now in New York City. Um, Look, folks, these first responders, these NYPD and fire department folks that ran into the building while everyone was trying to run out. Those pictures will haunt me for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I did write a few things down um, about 9/11, and so it's let me pull this up because I knew I wouldn't have all the words this morning. I really didn't. Um, I know I have a few friends who lost family on 9/11 and other ty- similar terror attacks. It changes your sense of security. It often causes you to rethink your life. It often gets you to look at the value of life every single day, and 100%, like I feel that every single day, but today more than ever, that of how blessed we are to be living in this nation that took 9/11, took the black eye. It's the famous Toby Keith song. We put a boot up your ass. It's the American way. Um, but we look at 9/11 for what it was, which was a tragic and difficult day for America. Um, and I'm only focusing on America today. But then today hit harder. This morning hit way harder because of the assassination of Charlie Kirk yesterday in Utah. Um, I was a big fan of Charlie Kirk. I loved Charlie Kirk because I love anyone who's willing to debate different ideas respectfully. whether you agree or disagree. I was inspired by the way he came prepared to those debates, by the respect he's shown even people he disagreed with. Charlie Kirk to me was a voice who pushed the public square to be exactly what the founders and the creators of this nation imagined: a place where two people can disagree yet still sit down and have a conversation. We're not a banana republic. Political violence has no place in America. The coward who took the shot that ended Charlie Kirk's life yesterday, streaming on social media, those images of Charlie being shot are engraved in my brain like the second plane hitting the towers. I watched that live 24 years ago. Engraved in my brain like the hole in the Pentagon I saw. All of those provide a sense of tragedy, and we're supposed to be able to debate, talk freely, respect each other's ideas. Politics don't make a person. Politicians don't make a person. Politics don't make a community. A community makes a community. Convictions make a community. The ability to debate within a community over the various items that impact your daily life is the cornerstone of American democracy. It's the cornerstone of everything we do as Americans, as a nation. It's what many of us who enlisted took on. And today we obviously realize that we'll remember 3,000 Americans taken 24 years ago by cowardly terrorists in 9/11 who wanted to bring the war to America and didn't target military installations. They didn't go after our military. They went after a public building in New York, the World Trade Center, a symbol of America. And they tried to break America. They couldn't. They won't be able to. America is an idea. It's an idea that stands strong, that stands resilient, backed by the American people, the best people on the planet. And anyone who doesn't think so is welcome to forfeit their citizenship and move to a different place where they think it's better. As someone who's been over 100 countries and 6 continents, I can tell you, I'd pick America every single day of my life. I love this country. I love the people of this country. I love the idea of America. I love the freedoms of America. And I know that freedom ain't free. Who more than me would know that? But also, America is great. We are a resilient nation. Like that morning on September 12th, when we all woke up after 9/11 24 years ago and the country was united. People hugged, held hands, prayed together, different backgrounds, didn't matter. There was a sense of unity. There was a sense of a joint mission to remember. If you're watching the screen, people standing at the memorial, the waterfall, by the names of their loved ones, remembering that morning that they kiss them goodbye. They fight the night before and not know that tomorrow morning these people were not coming home. And 9/11 was no different. 9/11 was like we got to live every day like it's our very last. We got to be able to tolerate and respect each other and understand each other, regardless of our differences. And we can't allow politics or politicians to divide our nation, to divide us as people, to create camps within our own communities. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. It's not there. Seeing these images today of the families having to relive the trauma every year, and they live it every single day. They don't just wait. Today is the day it's public. Today their trauma is public. Today we all feel what they feel every single day, what they've felt every single day for the last 24 years. That emptiness, that sense of loss that can never be replaced. And it's tragic. And you would hope for better days. And I know better days are ahead. But I pray for all of us, for our nation and for this planet, that we find healing on a day like today. We find understanding on a day like today. Join me in praying for Charlie Kirk's family today. His wife, his 2 young children, his daughter the age of my son, who will grow up without a father because a coward decided to take his life over what? The idea that we can debate publicly, which is the cornerstone of America. If you don't like that about America, then maybe you need to study better American history, because that was the whole premise of America: the public square, the freedom of speech, the freedom to criticize government, the freedom to discuss ideas openly within the public square. The best ideas win every time. That bullet may have silenced Charlie Kirk, but it didn't silence anyone else who appreciated Charlie, who loved Charlie, who believes in debate, whether right or left, whether conservative or liberal. If you believe in debate, you believed in Charlie Kirk. I was going to go through cyber stories. To be honest, I've pulled 5 or 6 different stories. I'm not going to go into them. I honestly, today, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. I prepped them. You'll get them in written format after the show here in just a few minutes, in your inbox. If you haven't subscribed to CyberHubPodcast.com, and you didn't know, but after every podcast, we send a written version of the podcast, not a transcript, but kind of a quick summary with some action items. So we'll send that out. I can't shift from what I'm feeling right now to talk about cyber. I can't do it today. I'm sorry. I know that's what you tune in for. You don't tune in to hear me rant. But I'm watching the same memorial many of you are watching right now. I'm still feeling it deep in my stomach, what happened to Charlie. And I've got an espresso that's definitely cold at this point, because we haven't even done our coffee cup cheers, because that's where my head is today. It's right here. So I'll just say this. In closing today's show, pray for our nation. Continue to pray for the 3,000 families that lost their loved ones. Pray for Charlie Kirk. Pray that the dark day in American history will turn a page to bright, bright days ahead. Today's where we're no longer divided. Today's where we can discuss amongst ourselves, within our communities, within people, within our nation, different ideas, and debate them respectfully without having fear of violence against us. Thank you for taking time to be with me this morning. If you can have a great rest of your day, please do so. Until then, everyone, stay cyber safe. Thank you.
We love feedback, so make sure to connect with us on social media and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform.